Hey guys, welcome to Whiskey Nose. It's another great Sunday night, 8 o'clock. Got a super big show planned. I'm super excited to have Bernie coming on tonight. He's so knowledgeable. He's been doing this for a long time. He has the personality that is through the roof when it comes to just talking. But yeah, we're going to have a big time. Jenny's not with me. She's still got a whole lot of work to do for all her school and stuff, so I'll be flying solo, but we'll be letting people in and out, ask questions, and just chat it up and stuff. But for that, we're going to do a bottle giveaway tonight of the Henry McKenna 10-year, so every $5 will get you a shot. Let Daniel H. know as you do it, and we can keep it up. But yeah, man, I'm going to go ahead and bring in the whiskey professor, Mr. Bernie. Hey, buddy.
What's up, Marty? How are you doing?
Oh, I'm so good. I got to sit on my hands so I don't wave at everybody.
Well, there you go.
How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. It's a beautiful day in Louisville, Kentucky right now.
It's rained about all afternoon here, hard rain.
Well, we had rain all last week, so we deserve some nice weather.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. We've been really dry, so it's good to have something for sure. So, man, thanks for doing this with us, man. I know your time is getting really crazy since COVID is now hopefully gone.
It's all the same. It's all good. This is a lot easier than getting on a plane and going somewhere and getting in a lift. And I mean, so this is I just got to go from my living room to my bar here. So we're all good.
I like that. That's a good plan. I like that. That was one of the things I wanted to ask you right off a shot, man. How has life changed since COVID has kind of kicked away a little bit? Are you seeing more things happening at Heaven Hill, or things still pretty tight knit on what people are allowed to do?
Oh, it's opening up right now. I'm not cleared to fly just yet, but I've been driving places for the last 8 months or so, ever since I got vaccinated. And so, I live in Louisville, Kentucky, and of course, Bardstown's just 45 miles away, just an hour down the road. So I've been meeting customers in for private barrel picks. That's been a huge thing. A lot of people just are looking for an excuse to get out of town.
Oh yeah, man.
From where they live. So a lot of people have been driving in from North Carolina and further than that, Atlanta and that, because they've done retail accounts and on-premise accounts that have done private barrel picks. They've been coming in to pick them out in person. So that's been a thing. And then I've done an off-premise when COVID hit. I pivoted to just kind of turning my resources to off-premise since there was no on-premise to go to, no restaurants and bars to go to. So I just kind of started a program on my own for that, and it's worked real well. So now when things shifting back around, my emphasis is more with consumer facings, and I do a lot of retail stuff, but most of it's, bars and restaurants and consumer facings.
Yeah, I just, it's been kind of crazy, and I think everybody's itching just to get out,
oh my God.
Get out. And that kind of leads me into where I want to ask you next is, the bourbon through Bluegrass.
Yeah.
Is that getting scheduled up, stuff firing up for you, looking down the road a little bit now, or is that still kind of sitting?
I've got one next week in Nashville, Tennessee. So, and then I've got one in Columbus. That's a program I do with live bluegrass music, either with the band or I just do it solo. And with our tasting, and it doesn't work for every group and every venue. Yeah. So I'm very selective of where it goes. So it's not everywhere all the time anyway. So it doesn't work. Like I did a tasting last night, and someone suggested I do it there early, and I'm like, well, I haven't seen the group there. So, and it was outside, and outside is an unlimited ceiling, and it was a Saturday, so it's more of a festive, attitude. And this is a program where you listen to, and you gotta kind of pay attention. So. It doesn't work everywhere, but yeah, I've got one this week, and I've got one for the Central Ohio Whiskey Society in a couple weeks.
So, can you explain a little bit what that's about? What that's like if somebody gets to go see you do that? What that is?
Sure. So at Heaven Hill, which is the distillery I work at, and I'm the whiskey ambassador for, we make every style of American whiskey. So I was wondering how I would put that together in a tasting. So it kind of works out to where I have this tasting where I start with Georgia Moon, which is unaged corn whiskey. And are we pushing Georgia Moon? No, but it illustrates what Evan Williams, Elijah Craig, Basil Hayden, and Jacob Beam and other distillers were making in the late 1700s. They weren't making bourbon. They were making unaged corn whiskey. Then the barrel started showing up when they started shipping it out, or the way different people discovered the barrel, how the barrel worked. So that would be still not bourbon. It would be evolving towards bourbon. So it would be aged corn whiskey in a used barrel. That barrel was either burned down in Elijah Craig's barn, or it came from a dry goods store where it had something else stored in it, and it had pickle juice or brine or vinegars or salts in it. So they burned the inside of the barrel out. And then, so it was once used, and now it's used for whiskey, and some of that oak influence and vanillas were added to it. So there's the evolution of unaged corn whiskey to aged corn whiskey. Then how wheat came into the equation. So I either use Larceny bourbon or Bernheim wheat whiskey to show that, because there's not many of those in the world, and how wheat kind of shored up the starch from the corn that wouldn't be there in May, June, July, when there hasn't been a crop of corn yet, but you had a winter grain of wheat, so you would use that along with it. And then how bottle and bond changed the landscape of American spirits, but more so with whiskey. And so we taste one of our bottle and bond whiskeys. And then we finish, we talk about how Prohibition put a hurting on us, and it took a long time to come back, but how the small batch and single barrel bourbons brought it back. So Elijah Craig. Along with that, and telling the story of American history, I play live bluegrass music and Kentucky music throughout the program to bring home that history more alive, because what pairs better with Kentucky whiskey than Kentucky music? So kind of cool.
How long have you been doing that, Bernie?
When I came up with this tasting shortly after I started working in Heaven Hill, and it's taken all this time, and I'm still changing it all the time and learning what songs need to go with it and that. I thought this was going to be kind of an easy deal, but no, it's really, this has been 7 years of dress rehearsal.
Cool, man. That's really neat. That's a neat way to blend two great Kentucky things together and have one great evening. There's no doubt about that, man.
Well, thanks. We've got Bill Monroe, who created, who created bluegrass music.
Oh yeah.
And when we got great musicians like Arnold Schultz, a black player who played fiddle and guitar, who hired Bill Monroe on his first gig, and his brother Charlie, and he taught Merle Travis how to do that thumb picking that Merle Travis turned into Travis picking from that. I mean, we have such great music characters. I can't think of two bigger folks than Bill Monroe and Merle Travis to talk about, to bring. And I do that thumb picking Merle. I do that Travis style kind of stuff and I'm, it's amazing. It makes it fun for me. It makes it fun for the crowd, hopefully. And it just brings double the history of Kentucky and the United States to it.
See, I'll tell you, you talk about Kentucky, you talk about history. I want to ask you about, I think was it your grandfather or great grandfather that owned the saloon, that had the saloon in Kentucky years ago?
Yeah, it should be my great grandfather because he was old enough, but it is actually my grandfather. So my dad was drafted, born in 1911, and he was drafted into World War II at 32 years old. So, the World War II created a lot of people to get married later in life. And so that's why my parents were older. But it was my grandfather who came over from Germany, from over by the Dutch border. So Lubbers is a very common name in that area of the Netherlands and Germany. Lubbers with the umlaut U. And he came over in the 1890s. And then he settled here in Louisville, Kentucky, and he started a saloon. And it's 16th and Walnut. And he and 12 other German saloon keepers, so there's 13 of them, They started the Fall City Brewing Company in 1905.
Wow. So you've been around it. You've been around it from the get-go.
I didn't know I was going to ever be in the liquor business or the spirits business or beer business, but yeah, it's kind of neat. I grew up with my dad bringing home stuff, from the brewery, and I was always interested in it, but I wasn't a part of it. But it's really cool. My dad got to live to see it, so it's kind of cool.
Cool, man. That's neat. So now that, like we said, life is somewhat getting back to what we call a normalcy. What is a day in the life of Bernie Lubbers right now at Heaven Hill? I know you talked about it a little while ago about barrel picks and stuff. Are you getting to do a lot more one-on-one interaction with folks that come in, or are you tied up trying to get somewhere, or do another something out of state? I'll let you talk, but yeah, I'm just curious how that works for you now.
Yeah, there's more and more of that happening. Last night we had a group of about 60 people at an event, and it was live, and I was standing in front of them, and it was comfortable, and it was enough room, and it was an outside event, so it was nice. Earlier this week, I did an event with about 30 people in a very kind of a larger room at a restaurant steakhouse, and so more and more of that's happening. Tomorrow, I meet a couple customers, and then I drive to Chattanooga, Tennessee, and I do my Bourbon Through Bluegrass in Chattanooga for a group of bartenders and members of the United States Bartenders Guild. And then the next night I'll be at with John down at JB's Whiskey House in Nashville, Tennessee, and be able to do my Bourbon Through Bluegrass for an intimate group there. That's kind of a member only, kind of a real underground, but one of the best collections of bourbon and American whiskey probably in the United States of the world. It's and then Friday, I'm going to go stop to a retailer who's got a bottle and bond section put in their store, in 2 of their stores, and that's kind of a thing. I'm the bottle and bond guy, so yeah. And we're encouraging some folks to put in a bottle and bond section to make it easier for customers to find those coveted bottle and bond green beret of spirits, Navy SEAL of spirits, as I call them. And then I'm going to watch a horse that I bought a $500 share in a racehorse, and it's racing at Ellis Park right there outside of Evansville in Henderson, Kentucky. So that's a personal thing, but I'm going to go by later that afternoon after that and do that. So that's my week this week.
Well, okay. So I'm glad you're getting some rest.
All right.
Good Lord. No, since I know you're the bottled and bond guy, that's why I chose the Henry McKenna for tonight.
And you're giving one away. That's pretty strong, brother.
Yeah, man. I love it. We're fortunate in this area that we can get our hands on it a few times a year. But yeah, can you talk about this whiskey a little bit?
Absolutely. So when I came over to Heaven Hill in 2012, I had been working at Jim Beam for almost 7 years. And I was representing Knob Creek, the small batch collection, but most of the part Knob Creek. And of course, that's a 9-year-old 100 proof product. And when I tasted through the Heaven Hill portfolio, which there are many, right? I mean, it's just like, wow, where do you start? And again, we make 5 different recipes of American whiskey. So I took a long time to kind of blind taste through. But this one, all of a sudden, when I was tasting it blind, I went, whoa, this is me right here. And of course, no surprise, it's 10 years old, 100 proof. So from 9 years old to 10 years old, it's in that sweet spot for me. Then when I found out it was Henry McKenna and Bottled and Bond, I was just more excited because, hey, my favorite whiskey over here is Bottled and Bond. And then a couple of years later, it won the best whiskey of the world. And then I'm screwed because now I can't get it like you all as much. Apparently you all get it a little bit better than I do here. I do have an in, but I still got to buy the stuff, right? And so I got to buy it like you all do. I can't sample out allocated products, just to sample stuff. Yeah. And we're also family owned, so I kind of feel bad if I do taking something away from the family. That we do have that aspect, and I do like our family and I like our company. So it's not like hey, I got one over on them or whatever. I respect them, and I know what I can sample out and what I need to buy. And they pay me well enough. I can buy a bottle of Henry McKenna. I got no problem supporting our company, right? But there's just something about it. It is a single barrel, and so it does taste different from barrel to barrel. And I think that's what makes single barrels kind of special. A lot of people were upset or what were they? Uncertain, not what's the word I'm looking for, that it won 2 years in a row as best bourbon of the world, and then went on to win best whiskey of the world. It's a single barrel. How can that be? Well, we pick our sensory team knows what Henry McKenna is supposed to taste like. So there's differences, but it's kind of a small target, of what we're going for there. And if it's not in that target, it might become Elijah Craig barrel proof because it's got different flavor profile. We do have 1.9 million barrels and 64 rickhouses to choose from. So just because two's 10-year-old barrels, we're not just choosing any 10-year-old barrel to be Henry McKenna. It's got to fit in this range, right? So we, as our master distiller, Conor O'Driscoll, eloquently says, and this is a hard industry to understand. So I like it when people say things and makes it simple, right? So Connor says at Heaven Hill, his job, along with the 60 people that work with him on 3 shifts, 24 hours a day, they make distillate. They don't make brands. So Henry McKenna and Elijah Craig share a recipe, a distillate, but they become 2 different bourbons at the end because we have so many different floors and aspects of aging goes into what makes each product. And we have 64 rickhouses to choose that from. So we can come within a target instead of a target like this or a target. Mm-hmm. We can also get it down to a target like that, but still there will be a range.
If somebody does a barrel pick, or is coming to do a toasted barrel or one of the barrel proofs or something like that, can they request you to be with them when they do that?
Oh, they often do. We just do Elijah Craig right now. And then there's only 2 ways you can get it. You can get it either at 92 proof or you can get it at barrel proof now. And everyone's doing barrel proof right now. So I don't blame them.
Yeah, sure.
So of course you can request me, and there's other people that people know, like Bill, who lead them through tours, or you can even request Connor if you want, or Jody, but it's all on our availability, but usually there's a lot of people don't know who the heck I am or stuff. So, whatever. So, yeah, you can, but it doesn't mean I'm going to, it is an hour. It's a 2-hour round trip for me. So it depends on what I got going on in Louisville, or even if I'm in town.
Right.
I might even be in Bardstown. I'm down there quite a bit.
Yeah. So that, you talking about, you kind of mentioned something there that kind of leads me into another question. You said that, a lot of people don't know me. Well, I think you're wrong. I think a lot of people know you. And,
there are a lot
I want to ask, I want to ask you about Neat when that came out. And, you played a pretty dadgone good influential role in Neat for a lot of people on learning.
Oh, cool.
I mean, I'm being honest. That's really where I got a lot of great information when I first got into this a while back. And did you when you watched it the first time, or when you were doing that, did you realize what an influence that would have down the road on everybody that's new into whiskey?
Well, Marty, you don't. And when you do a documentary like that or a show like that, first of all, I'm just glad to be asked. And usually sure. The way that happens is they're interviewing somebody else in the industry, like somebody I've worked with, either like Denny Potter or Fred Noe, or could be Greg Davis, could be Jason Bronner over at Bourbon's Bistro, could be whatever. And they'll say, especially if Bottle and Bond comes up, they'll go, oh, you got to talk to Bernie, right? You got to talk to Bernie. So that's my first in is usually you got to talk to Bernie about Bottle and Bond, and then I've written about 2 or 3 songs, original songs about bourbon whiskey, and they'll go, well, if you need music, he's got songs and it won't even cost you anything. You won't have to pay royalties for it. So so I get in because they're for that. I don't care how I get there. It's just kind of fun to be asked. But what's more meaningful to me is my peers suggest me for things like that. And then when they come over, and you know what it takes to set up. I mean, it's about 45 minutes to an hour for them to just set up, their lights and everything and get ready. And then it's over an hour that they sit down there and talk to you. So you don't know what's going in, right? And you don't know what angle you don't know what angle they're coming from Fredno to this or a story with them. And when you get done with it, you just go, oh shit, what did I just say? And what did I just do in the last hour and a half? And did I say the wrong things? And did I, you're always thinking, you get so talking, and sometimes you say wrong things. And you go, bourbon has to be 50% corn. No, it's 51, but you just screwed up and you just said 50 in the take. So, because you do it so much. But thank God it all kind of worked out. And, it is
it's awesome.
I think I don't know what you don't know what they're doing, but you just trust it's going to be hopefully good.
Yeah, it's I bet I watch it once every 2 or 3 months just because I love it. I just and that learning that aspect of this whiskey and stuff, from the soil to the tree to the barrel to the corn, that really got my wife into this, and she loves how everything about this is from the earth. It's not fake. It's not man-made produced garbage anymore. It's straight up, from here. And then that's kind of what we really love about it. One of the things we just really, really enjoy about it. So,
I'm telling you, that's a huge part of it for me. And I love that we use technology from 200 years ago. We're not just, we do have some things like, computers that kind of help with the production part of it, but we still use rick houses. That's what we're building. We're building them right now. We got more we're building, and that was a patent set down by Frederick Stitzel in 1879. We're still using that. That's, to me, is one of those deals.
It's America. It's America. God damn. It's just like ADHD whiskey says when he pops the cork, America. It is. It's unique to us. And
you can't, and if people have tried to cheat the aging process, and we'll leave that to people who want to do that, but we're not exploring that.
Yeah.
We're going to do the way it's supposed to be, we think, because that makes our house style.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Man, there's this when it comes to toasted barrel and golly, what else?
We just came out with the Elijah Craig Rye.
Oh, yeah. Well, it's not back here because we killed it a couple nights ago. Right. So I've got to get another one. Yeah, it's awesome. And what's weird is we're in an area that we're really finding the rye a lot, and a lot of people can't. Yeah. So we're fortunate on it right now. So I need to reload on it as soon as I can.
Yeah. Whereabouts are you?
I'm in Northeast Tennessee, Kingsport.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Yeah, Tri-Cities area.
Absolutely. Up there.
I'm about
Kodak. Kodak place.
Actually, Eastman Kodak is it's Eastman. Yeah, it's right there.
I tell you, I know it well. That's right.
Yeah. So hey, let me ask you something. I'm gonna. I've opened up. I put the link in the chat for anybody that wants to jump on and ask Bernie a question. You're welcome.
Question there from Tommy D.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, Tommy, you're welcome. Go ahead and work on that one, Bernie, if you can.
Yeah, so this is a great question. I get quite often because, again, this goes back to what Connor says. We do not make brands at Heaven Hill. We make distillates. So the Evan Williams or Heaven Hill is the bottle behind me here. This is what my dad drank a quart of every day. That's Heaven Hill 6-year-old 90 proof, only available in Kentucky. And then the Henry McKenna, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond, JTS Brown Bottle and Bond, JW Dant Bottle and Bond, Fighting Cock Bottle and Fighting Cock 103. I'm sorry. Those all share a grain bill that we call it HH Reg, HH Regular. That's 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. So we have a sensory team, and we start tasting barrels right out of the gate. So, we'll let it sit for about a year or two. And then that's when in a brand new barrel, charred barrel, that's where the corn flavor starts becoming more neutral. And then you get the barrel influences of the vanilla, honey, and caramel. So if you taste corn in your bourbon, that's usually the sign of a very young bourbon, 6 months old, a year old, under 2 years, which would be not a straight bourbon. So that's a characteristic of a very young bourbon, is it hasn't gone neutral yet on the corn flavor. So then our sensories team starts tasting these barrels, and they might be a group of 200 of them on a certain floor, okay? Because we have 6 to 7 floors in most of our rick houses. And there's a lady who works for us named Tawny Gauthier. And Tawny's been with our company over 30 years, and she works with Mike Sawney, who's been there over 40 years, and Chris Briney, who's been there 25 years or so. So they got a lot of experience between all of them. But Tawny is the one who she knows what different brands, even though JTS Brown, JW Dant, Evan Williams Bottle and Bond are all 4 years old, 100 proof, and from the same distillate, they all taste 3 different ways. So she knows, I never asked her, but in my mind, JTS Brown is more caramel bomb. JW Dant is more of like a high rye bourbon, not a rye whiskey, but not a little bit more spicy than our regular rye bourbon. And then Evan Williams Bottle and Bond is kind of in between. So she knows which barrels are pointed in which brands, right? She also might taste some and go, oh, that's going to be Fighting Cock, or that's going to be better. And of course, our small batch and single barrel bourbons come from 4th floor and higher. So location depends on things. And of course, our 18-year-old and some of the 12-year-olds going to come from the first floors. So there's a lot going on, but she has that experience, and so does the sensory team. So
see, that's some of that stuff that I want to learn about so much. It's just blows my mind about the different levels in rick houses, where you're putting this, what's in that back of that row. Has anybody tried that barrel in the last 3 years? What's it like now? Just, I love the thought process of like, we need to go, this is what this comes from. This is where we're looking at putting this into this. It blows my mind, the chemistry that's behind that. It makes it so unique, man. It's a skill.
We could talk about rick houses and all that for about 3 hours and still just scrape the surface. Barely scrape the surface.
Lilith has a question for you, Bernie. Ask Bernie if Joan, the best tour guide ever, is still at the gift shop. We miss her.
There's
hold on,
me
man.
And Joan. There's me and Joan there.
Right there.
And we miss her too, because I'm gonna might get a little emotional here. She passed away just a couple months ago. And,
I'm sorry to hear that, man.
And but I like that somebody remembers her, and she would be, incredibly touched by that. Joan wouldn't want to tell anybody, but she was in her 80s, and she gave tours right before COVID hit and all that. But Joan is sorely missed. She's from New Jersey and then moved to Kentucky and right around there. And so she's a Kentucky girl through and through, but she had her Jersey roots. But she was indeed one of the most revered and sought after tour guides. So let's do a toast to Joan. And I'm glad that you all remember her fondly, and we all do.
Yeah.
So cheers. We miss you, Joan. We love you.
Guys. Cheers.
Thank you for asking about her.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, Lilith. That was cool. Do you remember? All right, Bernie, I'm going to ask you about this year's B521 barrel proof. it's taken a lot of heat for some reason because it's the lowest proof ever.
Oh, and that's the 118.2, correct?
Yeah. And I don't give a shit that it's 118.2. I still like it. And this is the third bottle we've had. So I think it's unique because we are doing a lighter proof. We don't know what the proofs are going to be. We dump it and then it is what it is. Are you getting any feedback or do you hear people say, golly, I can't believe you went with a 118? Because there's talking with YouTube and stuff. And I haven't seen, and I haven't gotten anything personally, and I have not seen any comments from the guest services line. I'm sure there is. We also got a lot of grief that the latest dump of Old Fitzgerald was just 8 years old. And let me tell you, that's turning out to be one of the favorite of all of them, even the 14, 15, and 16. What we need to get out of our head is extremes. Okay. It's just like anything, I remember people saying, what's your recipe? And I'm like, 78% corn, 12% malted barley, 10% rye. It's 10% rye. How come we don't have more rye? Shouldn't you? What if you did more rye? Well, we could. It'd be different. But we found that this is the best for us and what we do and for our house style. And we do make a rye whiskey. And then we can do some certain things with aging. Yeah. It's just like, some people just take it to the extreme. Like, I have a bottle right over somewhere. And it is 30-year-old bourbon. And it's 170.1 proof. And it tastes like shit. Okay. It'll start your car. It's too much of anything. And it's I mean, it's so dry. It's like putting walnuts in your mouth. It's so dry and tannic. I mean, whatever. So stop thinking that just because there's an extreme number or an extreme proof on it means it's good. It has to be what it has to be. Here's the fun thing for me. Instead of saying, why is it so low? Why don't you try to figure out where that came from in the rick house? Yeah. Wouldn't that be more fun to discover? Because if we always came out with something that was 130 proof or 140 proof or 142 proof every single time, why have 3 dumps a year? Yeah, you're repeating yourself. Right. Yeah, so let's do that. Be done. Yeah. And so I love that there's discussion. And if there's negative talk, I love that too, because so many times in our history, I remember when we came out with the Promise of Hope Parkers. And Promise of Hope Parkers was a 100 proof, 10-year-old regular bourbon recipe. But it was from one rick house. I believe it was Rick House Double E in Deatsville. And it was a certain floor. And it was all for Parker because of his, being diagnosed with Lou Gehrig's disease and ALS. And I remember people going, this is just like Henry McKenna. It's 100 proof. It's 10 years old. And then they bitched about it. And then they maybe bought a bottle while they still bitched about it. Or they didn't buy a bottle. And then they just put it up and forgot it on the shelf. And then we started seeing these posts 6 months later. Have you tried the Promise of Hope? It's some of the best bourbon I've ever tasted in my life. I wish I would have bought 2 more bottles. But you were too busy complaining because of something you saw in your mind that was the same as this, but not knowing because we have 1.9 million barrels and 64 rick houses, it could be the same age and proof, but taste different than this. So let's just enjoy them for what it is. So we put our bourbon into the barrels at no more than 125 proof. So being at 118.2, what does that tell you about where it came from in the rick house? Yeah. Yeah. That means it comes from a lower floor. Right. That goes back to where I want to learn more about how that works in rick houses. Mm-hmm. That makes sense. Yeah. Don't knock it. Yeah. So the higher the temperature that the bourbon gets, the upper floors, right? Yeah, heat rises. Gotcha.
The water molecule is 6 times smaller than an alcohol molecule. So as it gets hot and dry, as it goes up in the rick house, the water molecule escapes the barrel 6 times faster, driving the proof up to your 130, anything over 125, up to the 170.1 after 30 years.
I'll be damned.
Then at the bottom parts of the rick houses, and there's a dirt floor down there, and it's like being in your basement. It's moist and cool. There is humidity that surrounds the barrel, and that water molecule enters the barrel, driving the proof down. So that's what's happening. So the most I've seen a barrel go down in proof, in my personal experience, is 16 years. It was Old Fitzgerald distillate, and it was at 99 proof. So 118.2, and we're grabbing more than one barrel for this, right? We're grabbing more barrels, but that tells me it's about second, third floor. Yeah. Could be some from the first floor, but I doubt it because we saved that for the 18-year-old. Okay. So to me, I look at that and I go, oh, this is low storage. This is going to be cool. If you're a fan of Four Roses, if you're a fan, which is all single storage, if you like Four Roses single barrel and small batches, you're going to love this 118.2. Right? You're going to love it. You don't see their proofs going 140 because they only got one story. So not that that's why we did it, but I'm just saying there's things to relate it to that you can go, wow, Maker's Mark doesn't go into the barrel at more than 110. So their barrel proofs are 114, 115. So if you like that, you might like this. So try to find what it is, that makes it similar to what you like.
Yeah, I got you. No, I mean, in our whiskey tube community, we're pretty tight knit, and we talk about this stuff night in, night out. And the B521's a hitter. We love it. And DC's got a question there about the Five Brothers that you get there.
Five Brothers is a new product we've come out with just at the Visitor Center because the five Shapiro brothers started the company in 1935. So Gary, George, Mose, David, and Ed are the five Shapiro brothers that started Heaven Hill, and it's an homage to them. It will only be available at the Visitor Center, and it is because each brother gets a different year represented for no particular reason. So it's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9-year-old whiskey, bourbon, traditional bourbon whiskey, and then it's barreled at 90 proof, which was our original offering for our Bourbon Falls when it came out, and then before we did the Heaven Hill Bottle and Bond. Yeah, and it's good.
Now, you can only get it there, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
By law, we have to make it available to a couple, to our distributor, and they might make it, they might do a deal and make it available to 1 or 2 retailers in Kentucky. But other than that, it's available. 99% of it will be sold in the Visitor Center.
Gotcha. So the popularity and the love for the toasted barrel is absolutely gone through the ceiling around here. I mean, if we get a chance to get it, we buy it. And me and my wife Jenny, we love it. I've actually blended it before with a barrel proof, just to try something different, and I like it like that. But no, nice. We did a Masters, like a tournament, like an elimination whiskey tournament back during April, and Toasted Barrel won. That's nice. It's all blind, but Toasted Barrel won our little tournament. So, but
that's cool. We were very hard on that product. We were very tough. And I'm glad that we were. It was also scary because, this is all brand new. It was an experiment we did. It's been done before. Michter's did one. I think Willett did one. A couple of people did it. We don't want to get into the finishing game. That's not what we're about. We're about straight whiskeys for the most part. But we saw that there was we are in the bourbon business, not the bourbon charity. So we do see that there's segments that like certain things. So we thought we would work with Independent Stave Company and Andrew over there, WeBrink, and we got our own proprietary finishing barrel, and it's not just it's a whole new barrel. I mean, it's and then it's expensive because you got to buy a brand new barrel, and you're only finishing it for a couple months. So a barrel costs about $170 anyway. When you're buying a specialty one, it's more than that. So, and then I'm on the innovation team with Connor and Jody and several other people in our sensory team, and we saw the flavor would go really up in a week, and then it would just go to it just fall off. Like, oh shit, and then we got and then, but the good thing is you find everything out in a few months, not a few years. So it came back, and we saw it came roaring back in some great flavor, and we were really excited then when we got the final one dialed in. So glad you like it. I was very nervous when it came out to see, because it's a finish and a toasted it's different, but it has been more popular than we thought it would be. And of course now it's kind of shot us in the foot because we wanted to have another facing next to Elijah Craig and make the facing bigger, and it never makes the shelf. So, it's a double-edged sword, but it's okay. We like things. We like it when things sell out. Uh-huh.
Yeah, what a great freaking problem to have. But no, we love it. But it's interesting how these things in all the areas, sometimes you can find them on the shelves and sometimes you can't, and we've all talked about it in our whiskey community, especially barrel proof and toasted barrel. You better start asking shop owners or managers to see, because sometimes this doesn't make it to the shelf, so we've got to learn to ask and find it and do the best we can when we can get it. So we have to jump on it. Let's see. Daniel H. has a question.
Yeah.
What made Heaven Hill change the age statement on the Heaven Hill bottled in bond? Is it the same distillate?
Absolutely. So we had the Heaven Hill 6-year, which I have a bottle of right here. And this was available only in Kentucky. And you can see it says 6 years right there.
Hang on, let me make that full screen, Bernie.
Oh, there you go. 6 years old. Bottle and bond. Yeah. So 6 years old, bottle and bond. And so this is our HH Reg distillate. And that has turned into this right here, which is Heaven Hill.
Yeah. That's one I'm trying to find. Yeah.
7-year bottle and bond. So it's the same whiskey. It's a year older. So it's a different bourbon because it is a year older. A year makes a big deal. The Heaven Hill 6-year was $13. It was only available in Kentucky, and it shares a bottle with, Evan Williams, and shares a bottle with a lot of products that come in a square bottle. We have a square and a round, and that's what we call a tall square and a tall round. So it's either a square or a round, right? And we have those bottles. We buy them by the millions, and they don't cost anything extra to cast and all that. And it was a brand because bourbon was so depressed over so many decades. That bottle, we can't just take a brand and premiumize it by just because demand's high, and make that a $50 bottle or a $40 bottle or a $30 bottle when it was $13. So you've got to. We aged it longer. I personally wish we would have brought it out at 8 years old. I get a vote, and not all votes get. I got outvoted, right? So it's okay. They came out with it at 7 years. They did put it into a premium bottle. Bottles cost tens of thousands of dollars to mold and make themselves, and we made it available to a broader market than just Kentucky. So that costs money. You have to ship it places, you have to get it, and you also look at what everybody else is charging, right? So you have a brand that is, this is age stated at 7 years old, right? Right there, yeah. 7 years old. Yeah. Mm-hmm. This is a wonderful bottle and bond small batch. No age statement. $45 a bottle.
If you're lucky.
Mm-hmm. This is a non-age stated bottle and bond. $50 a bottle.
Mm-hmm.
Our Heaven Hill is 7 years age stated and $40 a bottle. So we're still under the the brands that we are going against. And we do look at that too. Ford does look at Chevy's prices and see what they're charging. Right?
Sure.
For stuff. So you got to look at that. And that's called giving away age. When you have something that has been depressed for 50 years, you got to find a way to premiumize it a little bit and you're losing money. We're losing $25 a bottle on this if we continue to go this way. And yeah, we could continue to do that, but we also are a different company that we were when we made this. So in 2012, when this was made, we didn't put in a lot more fermenters and another still. We have invested $1 billion in our production facility to make more whiskey because we've chosen to grow as a company and not stay the same company we were. So if we stayed the same and did not grow and did not invest $1 billion in rick houses and a still and more fermenters, we could still sell this for $13. But Max Shapira, our owner and president, says he wants to be family owned and operated 50 years from now, not 100 years. And that takes investment. And it's not a flashy family or whatever. They don't drive, super, Maseratis and things like that. But still, they at least want their investment back. And you're not going to get that back at $13 a bottle, right? You're going to have to compete with the marketplace that's out there that you're presented with at the time. So that's kind of the way it is. You don't have to agree with it or like it. That's just what it is.
Daniel H. asked Bernie, if you're going to pour a glass of Heaven Hill product, you just sit down. What do you tend to pour most often?
Oh, I got
bottled and bond.
I got the bottle and bond here, and I got the 6 year up there on the back door there. It just depends on my mood. Henry McKenna is my favorite thing, but I got to kind of ration that out like you all do. But I like to have the 6 year bottle and bond when people come over. And then I'm a kind of a mellow corn guy too. That's my other bottle over here is mellow corn on the wall. There you go. So and these rotate out. I have different, I switch the whiskeys out depending on what I feel like and what I do. And then we got a lot of fun whiskeys. I got a whole section over here that is nothing but bottle and bond. So I think everybody should kind of, in their bunkers, should kind of highlight their bottle and bonds. But lately I've been really jamming on this. This has been a lot of fun.
Huh.
It's only available in Kentucky and a few more markets, but you got it.
All right, here's your question out of left field with a curveball spin on it. Do you drink any scotch?
Yeah, I drink some, but 99.9% of the time I do. I used to work at Jim Beam, so I got some Lafroig back there, and I really like that big peaty stuff. And that Teachers was part of their portfolio. Ardmore, not Ardbeg, but Ardmore. It was part of that. So I got some scotches back here, and then some people give me scotch, but yeah, I do like it.
Awesome. That's cool, man. So DC was asking, I think this is awesome. Any hints on the proof for the C921?
C921. Oh,
barrel proof.
Yes. I don't think we've picked it. If so, I can't keep up with them. There's so many things I've got to do that I can't, and I never do know until it's internally brought out and it's not been said. So I don't know, but it was kind of surprising having the 118.2. So that's kind of like to your church picnic and they do the cake wheel,
Yeah.
it's kind of fun that that there can be a broad range.
Yeah, no, I think it's awesome, man. I love the unknown, what's coming. I like guessing. I like knowing that it's not going to be the same.
I've got a B520 here. It's 127.2. I'm going to taste next here personally.
Oh, okay.
So B520 for me, just because it was handy. Just because it was handy. Yeah. And I love them all. I do have some competitors on my bar in the back, but I do that for competitive tasting to make sure that I've never tasted a bourbon from anybody that I really don't enjoy. There's some there's other ones that but I got blinders on. Usually when you work at a distillery, you kind of taste mostly you make at your distillery. You all tend to have better knowledge of competitors' products than I do. So you all have to kind of tell me on other competitors' products. We go to whiskey shows, Connor and I, and on my team, Jack Choate. We will walk around and we will go to Jimmy and Eddie's table and Fred and Freddie's table. And we'll go see Harlan and everybody, and we'll say, what do we need to taste at your place? But we don't taste enough of it where it really sinks in. And you all really do have a better working knowledge than people who work at a certain distillery do on other people's products. So keep that in mind. You guys are more experts on that than we are.
So yeah, that's one thing, man. This whiskey community with Whiskey Tube and stuff that we're a part of, that we're doing tonight, man, it's awesome. But there's Daniel H. There's so many people, DC, Mike Stahl, I can't name everybody, Adam, that these samples that we hand deliver to each other to try all the time, that are it's so unique and so special that people take the time to have the opportunity to try these other things, So, Whiskey Tube, man, I just hope everybody in the business understands how big this is getting and how much we spend talking about everybody's products, because this is where, somebody says, well, this bottle, it's terrible. I don't like it, and if you trust their palate and stuff, you may not buy it, and then, but somebody has it and say, hey, man, can I get a sample from you? Next thing you know, you got a sample. I like it. Right. So now I'm going to get it, just because of the community. That's what I'm trying to say, is that we really, really try to take care of each other in here. And it's really awesome, man.
Yeah, well, we look at it too as, there's exciting things that are happening. We just finished a $20 million renovation at our Heaven Hill Bourbon Experience in Bardstown, and it's really something. But there are some, we're proud of that, and that was the first kind of a redo we've had since 2004, and it was time to do it. There's other properties that are building, way different things than we are, right? And they should, because everybody can't just do the same thing, right? And that's what's making this tourism part of it so exciting. We have different distilleries that are having 200 and 300 acres and having campgrounds and a hotel and a concert venue and things like that, as well as a distillery and as well as tastings. And I think that, and we're not going to do that. You got to go with your strengths. So I think it's wonderful for the whole industry and then the bourbon tourism. And I think, you can't be Napa Valley with one winery, and you can't be Bourbon Trail with one distillery. So we think it's phenomenal.
Yeah, see, that's one of those things that goes back to Neat. Everybody talks about the community of the distilleries. Everybody will take care of each other if there's needed. It's not about, cutting each other's throat and all that, and I think that's another thing that makes us unique with whiskey is, everybody's wanting to be part of it together.
Oh, we're all having glass issues right now because there's only like 3 glass suppliers in the whole country. And so we're all having similar problems with glass because, it's gone, demand's gone up so much, and they can only do so many shifts and make so much glass. Not just for us, but for wineries and whatever. So, so we talk to each other. Salespeople will fight for the last placement or the last thing. That's a salesperson's job. But we all, and I remind people that Jack Daniel's, which is a phenomenal brand and a phenomenal whiskey, outsells the entire bourbon and rye and American whiskey category combined. So we got to work together if we're going to be, rising to similar numbers.
That's international for you, though. That's just bad.
Oh, true. But hey, that's part of our goal too. I haven't tasted the 12-year-old Knob Creek Bottle and Bond. I tasted the 15. I really haven't had a chance to taste that. So you tell me what it tastes like. Yeah.
Man, it's good. It's a really sweet roasted peanut marshmallow explosion. It's really nice. And yeah, the palate on the back end has a little bit of that little, I don't know if it's really a Kentucky hug, but it has a little bit of that heat coming back from the 100. Yeah. But it's good. I really enjoy it. Yeah, I like what Bourbon said. Anthony said, Bernie, you can hire Marty and I to keep up the competition for you. We'll give you the best up-to-date information. Absolutely.
I appreciate that. I need some insider.
Yeah, man. Just if you ever got any questions, just jump on Whiskey Nose or Livewire Whiskey or Bourbon Nefa Night. We're always talking about somebody. But yeah. But hey, guys, you've got I guess about 5 minutes left to get in on the giveaway. Let Daniel H know, and then we need to let Bernie go here in a second. He's got a busy week. But
I got to jump in the 1960 Thunderbird and meet some friends after this.
Oh, well, hey, that's awesome.
It's bonded Thunderbird too. So
it is? Is it really? Okay. So, okay, I got to ask you, your tattoo. I mean, I've seen it in pictures. You just showed it to everybody a little while ago. How hard was that designed to come up with? Because that's there forever.
Right. And so just like the charred barrel or the name Heaven Hill, it all came about piecemeal and by mistake. So I got the label first, and this was like 12 years ago. So I wanted to bring Bottle and Bond back to the forefront, and so this is one way that was my commitment with the all-seeing eye to bring it back. Okay? Then my tattoo artist thought it would be great to put the flames in because he likes flames. And then I wanted something added to it. And then I went, oh my God, we char barrels. What if we put a barrel around there? So we put a barrel around it, right? And that didn't come till the very end. We didn't even think about that, right? So that's kind of cool. Yeah. So
in the fire.
And that's the artist's signature, Slim Brown, SB. So and then since I play guitar, one of my guitarists is up there. And then Bottle and Bond has to have a DSP. So I don't put a brand on, but I did put DSP KY1, just because you can't have Bottle and Bond without a DSP. So it just kind of came piecemeal. That whole tattoo took about 8 to 12 years to bring together. But just like bourbon, it takes time.
That's it. DC's got a question for you.
Yeah, the history and it is fascinating of Bottle and Bond and why it came around. There were not only the whiskey trust that was trying to take over and make kind of a cheaper compound or imitation blended whiskeys, but it was also a lot of that blended whiskey and rectified whiskey that was there was no laws. You could just call anything and just slap a label on it. And so the straight whiskey makers in Kentucky and surrounding areas, they wanted a designation. So in 1897, on March 3rd, they passed the Bottle and Bond Act along with the help of John Carlisle, who was the Secretary of Treasury of the United States from Covington, Kentucky, right up the road. And he already had agents who were on site of every distillery, lived on them, and they had the keys of the distillery and set the taxes. So it didn't cost the government any more money. They were already there. So it wasn't like a big leap. And it was also beneficial for the distilleries because they had to pay for whiskey as soon as it went in the barrel. So they paid for the angel share. They paid for whiskey that evaporated on taxes. So you could put that in bond, and that was a different thing than Bottle and Bond. You could put it in a bonded warehouse and put it in bond, and for 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 years, the bonding period changed. So there was there was benefit for the distillery and benefit for the consumer. Ultimately, all that went away when we taxed it differently, but the still is important, especially with 2,300 craft distillers, 10 major distilleries making over 5,000 brands of American whiskey. There's only 40 bottle and bonds, and in any one state, you can probably only get 20. And so that's why I call them the Green Beret or Navy SEAL of spirits. I mean, out of 5,000, there's only 20 of something that have whatever. So, and there's 60 more applications. So it's coming. It's like water coming in your basement. You can put towels down, but bottle and bonds coming in under the door.
No, that's killer, man. I'm so glad that you spend so much time and you keep that history and everything out front for everybody that's new coming into whiskey too, because, you know, you just see bottled and bond and you just, okay, that means something. Then, you look into it, you learn about the 100 proof and age statement 4+, just, it's awesome. I from Whiskey Knows, thanks for, doing what you do with the bottled and bond, because it plays a huge role in the whiskey history.
Oh, my pleasure. I might have started it, but it takes a lot of other people to continue it and make it happen. So it wasn't just me. You got to spread the word and people got to fall in love with it. So it's fun to be known for that. I really do. It makes me proud, but it takes a village. It takes a village.
All right, Daniel, we're going to do the giveaway. Do we need to pick a number? And if we do, I want Bernie to do it. So let me know in the chat, Daniel, what we need to pick from between, and I'll let Bernie knock it out for us. Then Bernie can get on with his evening.
I got a couple lucky numbers, so I already got a couple in mind. So we'll see what I have to be in between, and then we'll go with that.
Yeah. Let's see what we got coming up. He's typing it out.
Okay.
Toasted Barrel. What a hitter, man.
I'm glad you like it.
Oh, shit.
We were a little nervous
I just wish it was. I'm like everybody else with us. Some of this stuff I wish it had more availability. Just, it's just hard sometimes.
Absolutely.
But that's good. Demand is great.
Right. Will I see it in the chat here, or where will I see this?
Yeah, I'll tell you. It says nope. It automatically random weighted off of how much they paid.
Gotcha.
DC wants to know: do you smoke cigars, Bernie?
I do from time to time. I got to be careful because I do talk and sing quite a bit, so it can't be something really, really big and bold and big. But I do like a nice, easy draw, and I do like cigars.
Whiskey Knows. Oh, here we go. Daniel did it. I'm sorry, Bernie. It did an automatic thing with what he had.
That's awesome.
So you don't even have to make anybody mad.
There you go.
Cindy Larkin, that's awesome. Thank you. Congratulations. It's a bottle and bond, so you get to enjoy the bottle and bond you learned everything about from Bernie tonight.
That's right.
Right there it is. Well, Bernie, buddy, I'm going to let you go. I just want to thank you so much for being part of Whiskey Knows. We're new. We've been online, I guess, now almost 5 months. We've exceeded 300 subs. We're growing. We're going to keep it going.
Fantastic. Well, I appreciate you having me on and let us talk about Heaven Hill and what we do and how we do it, and Bottle and Bond and my Bourbon through Bluegrass. Really appreciate it, Marty. Yeah,
buddy. So I'll be in touch, guys. Stay up on Heaven Hill, and until next time, thanks, Bernie.
Come see us, and everybody stay bonded.
That's right, buddy. See ya. All right, guys, that was just awesome. Bernie's he's very knowledgeable. It was just, I'm very, very thankful and grateful that he could do that with us tonight and talk about his experience, his education, his family. Just, it's really, really cool. I'm thrilled Cindy Larkin won the bottle. Guys, everybody that donated, thank you. That's really, really cool. I appreciate it. I'm going to open it up. Anybody wants to jump on for a few minutes? Feel free. We can talk about this a little bit. Thank you, Lilith. I appreciate you coming over. We got Anthony. Hey, buddy.
What's going on, man?
Thank you. Thanks, Daniel. Hey, Daniel. Thank you for taking care of all that for me tonight. I appreciate that.
Yeah, Daniel, he did a good job. Good job. And that was a good stream.
Yeah, that was good. I was really, we've been me and Bernie have been emailing back for probably a month, back and forth, and he didn't have to do any of this, but he did, and he emailed me earlier today. Well, man, are we still good? We still good? Yeah, man, we're gonna do it. So
yeah. Well, just because you were talking to him, I was sitting here.
Get you rye.
Yeah, this just showed up one day.
Well, it was hot when I dropped it on the porch. I'll just tell you that it was hotter than 14 hell that day.
It was.
Sure.
It was. And I know how you worked your ass off to get it over here.
Yeah, it was a long walk.
Dude, I'm surprised you didn't drink it.
But I asked you a couple weeks ago, I think, but we had so many in the stream. Do you like it? I really like that rye.
I like rye. So I'm fine with it. I think it's good, 94 proof. It has a good taste to it.
Yeah, I think it's that if more restaurants and bars would have that would be so good with their Manhattans and stuff like that. I think
just a coincidence today that I forgot he was coming on, but my wife kept asking me about the toasted barrel. So I told her, I said, well, it's just hard to find. Yeah. I said, I've got Elijah Craig's, and she's bought some for me. I said, but I just can't find a toasted barrel. So anyway, I get home, we were out eating. I realized you're on, and then it dawned on me who was on your stream from Heaven Hill. And then what are you talking about? Toasted barrel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, man.
Yeah, I can't find that thing. But that Heaven and Hill bottled and bond, the 7-year.
I've never seen it.
I have, and I can't remember where.
Yeah, if I didn't ask, and I should have, I didn't ask anything about Evan Williams. And I should have, but there's so much with the toasted barrel and the barrel proofs, and hell, we could have gone on Fitz. I never even touched on the larceny.
It was in the chat. It was coming up in the chat.
Larceny,
Elijah Craig, McKenna. I still have 2 bottles of McKenna that I haven't even gotten a chance to crack yet.
Trey asked, anybody had Lusty Claw? I don't know, Trey. I've not had it for sure.
Never heard of it till now.
Yeah. Huh. Where'd you find it, Trey? Yeah, it's good, D. It's good. We like it. I need to get another bottle. I don't have any more right now.
I mean, it's a different taste than some of the other ryes I've had because it's more of that Elijah Craig profile.
Mm-hmm.
But it is a good drinker. There's no doubt about it. I would tell you, spend the money for $40 or so.
Yeah.
Get yourself a bottle. Try it out for yourself. But it is worth putting on your bar to give it a try. You have to determine if it's worth backing up.
That's right. Yeah, I think it is.
But it is worth a try. In other words, it is worth, if you find it and it's at that $40 price range, pick it up.
Yeah,
because
okay, great. Yeah.
More on others and don't even want to put the second sip to your lips. So we've all done it. But this, the rye, get it.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
So have you had the toasted barrel, Anthony?
No.
Yet? Okay.
No, I can't find one. My wife.
I just didn't know if you tried it before. And
there's a couple places, they're just not on my side of town that, she's got some things to do tomorrow, but maybe in the morning or something like that, we'll run out that way just to see if they have it. But Marty, it's up. Think of on the Las Vegas Strip about where New York is. Okay. It's like behind there. I'm nowhere near that. I'm at the opposite end in Vegas. So I'm far north next to the mountain. And I don't work up there anymore. So I have no reason to go there. But because of this one particular place, and she's on this Facebook page for people here in Vegas that are into bourbons. And so they post different pictures. Hey, this is here, this is there. My wife's just saying, oh, they sold out. It don't make a difference. It's still worth a trip just to go to see. But anyway, And sometimes she'll post, like when we found Eagle Rare at Walmart for $32.
Yeah.
Walmart. You know?
Yeah. Yeah. That's one thing around here. Our Walmarts and there's a Costco in Knoxville. It doesn't have liquor. So I have been to one Walmart in Florida that had a liquor store attached to it, but it was very basic. Okay. It was not, you're not going to find anything allocated like that in there by any means.
At our Walmart here, if you can find it, they have Blanton's for $53.
Yeah. Jeez.
I don't care to find it, but if I found it for $53,
yeah,
I probably would buy it just to hold the bottle up and say, yeah, I got it, and then set it back down. I don't know if I'd crack it.
Yeah. I know. Makes you just want to,
Hey, what's up?
Say that you have it, know.
Now, for $53, yes. But for $100 or $150, you can stick it where the sun don't shine.
Yeah. That's right, Cheech. That's right. Thanks for putting that up, DC. Yeah, guys, if you're not a member of our Patreon, hop on. I've got glassware ordered. I've got new merch I'm getting ready to do. Yeah, so it's going to be good stuff. Hey, Mike, thanks for coming on, man. Thanks for coming on. You ever seen me with a shave? And maybe Eric and I can look him. But no, I'm just sipping on the toasted berry. I need to quit because Anthony doesn't have it. It's not right.
Drink all you want. I got B 521. I got A 121. I've got the rye. I've got just the regular Elijah Craig. I'm good.
DC said
true, but $32 is $32 for Eagle Rare. And if you can find it at Costco, when they have it, sometimes they got it for like $28.
Hell fire.
Yeah. Walk out with a case if they let you.
Take it with you, buddy. Just take it with you.
Yeah.
Wow, hell, that's funny. Let's see here. I'm trying to see who sent me.
No, not a low proofer at all. I like my 100 proof plus. I love my Wild Turkey Rare Breed at 116. My light whiskey at 137. But I'll start out at maybe a 90 proofer.
Yeah.
That's about the lowest I'll go. I do have some 80 proofs in case somebody comes over and says something. Oh, here, have a little Basil Hayden's here. It's the closest to water I got without giving you a bottle of it. Nope. I like my 100 proof is my sweet spot, and then I move up from there. But if I'm drinking some stuff like the Elijah Craig, they just happen to be at 94 proof. They're not bad.
Yeah. No, they're small batch, man. There's nothing wrong. Yeah. Oh Lord God. Yeah.
Yeah. And then, there's this right here. I mean, this stuff here is 130. I'm sorry, 130. 130.9. So yeah, no, I just don't hover at the low proof mark. I go left side of the scale to the far right.
Yeah, me and Kevin did damage to a whole bottle of the Jack Daniel's Tennessee Taster Rye last night. Yeah, we knocked it out. That is one of the candy sweetest ryes with a throat punch that I've ever had in my life, and I just
throat punch.
I love it, man. You swallow it, you think it's all gone, and all of a sudden, pow! Where'd that come from, man? It just knocks you out. I love it. No, I've shown it to you, didn't I, Anthony? Did I show it to you?
My other favorite sippers, because it's Marty's fault.
Yep, that is all my fault.
I mean, they're right here, and then if I'm not on that, well, my
single barrel.
Yeah,
that one's amazing.
Yeah, and on this one here is 98.6, but you just don't find this. And we just happened to be at Total Wine a couple of nights ago, and I think no, it wasn't Total Wine. It was another store, but anyway, it was sitting right there.
Yeah.
Yeah, liquor line up here in Vegas. So, and I got a Bardstown Discovery 5. Found that.
Yeah, man. Have you cracked it yet?
No. Plus, it was like a double good one. The Fusion 5. Also.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, cool. I've not had any of the I've not had the Fusion.
That came by mistake.
Ah, really?
It was supposed to be a Fusion 1. The company put Fusion 5 in the box and shipped it. So when I opened it up expecting the Fusion 1, it was a Fusion 5. It was fine, or the Fusion 5, which was fine because I picked up the Discovery that same night. But I really, I really want that Fusion 1.
Yeah, I don't know. I can't remember the last time I've seen it, to be honest.
I've never done Fusion 1 in a while.
Yeah. Huh. Yeah, that's right. It wasn't.
No.
Don't hate, Adam. Don't hate now.
That's right. Are you drinking the Kentucky Spirit? Are you?
Yes. Now.
Okay. Yeah, it's hard to beat.
Especially if you mix it with rare breed.
Yeah. Yeah. I like it, man. I've not had anybody tell me that's crazy. I haven't. And I brought it up to somebody else the other night. Were you on? Who was it I brought that up to? I said something about it to somebody else.
Schlong, nice to see you pop in. Have a good evening.
Yeah, I can't. Might have been Daniel. I can't remember. No, it was Bobby. That's who it was. Bourbon
yeah.
That's
You texted him or something, and he said, "Yeah, do it."
Yep, that's what it was. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel. Oh man.
Yeah. This is just terrible. Everybody, do not buy it. Don't even try it.
Yeah, don't even waste your time with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely horrid.
Well, I'm done with Elijah Craig for a little bit, that's for sure. I don't have any water. So that's out. I guess I'll do.
Hey, bourbon's made with water, Marty.
I know. No, I'm okay.
Oh, yeah.
Just a touch.
Gosh, that is just so caramely sweet, like peanut in that Kentucky Spirit.
See, we were at some friend's house last night, and she poured me rare breed by itself, and I guess I was all over the place with it. I finally got it, but I was guessing. I mean, I went Buffalo Trace on the nose. I was like, man, that's not right. But it took me a minute, but I got it. But I mean, it's so good. You're right. It's a sweet candy caramel, honey, almost like a honey cracker.
I was going to say it's either honey or like the maple syrup.
It's almost a graham cracker.
Okay. I can give you that.
Yeah, that's got a graham cracker feel to it for some reason. I'm sure I've gotten it before, but I'm halfway into that bottle.
The viscosity of it is wonderful. It has a good finish.
Yeah.
You know, I'm still tasting the sweetness, but that rye spice is what's creaking in, you know. And that's what I like. So that Heaven Hill with their, what did they say, 10% rye, was it?
Yeah.
That's fine. 12, 14% is probably a little better for me, but the Elijah Craig and stuff, you know, that has that tingle, not on the beginning. You definitely get the sweetness on the beginning. You know, you get the sweetness, you get that marshmallow sometimes.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. And it's funny how it's changed. Lila, thank you so much. That's awesome. You're going to enjoy it. I've got stuff coming, so thank you for that. But no, it's funny, Anthony, that these marshmallow notes I've only been getting for the last few weeks. You know, and of course,
I've been down into the bottom. You've been eating s'mores?
Hell no.
Oh.
Yeah, no. I just get into that bottle. The deeper I get into that bottle, more it releases those notes for me for some reason. You know, I don't get it at the neck. I don't get it at the shoulders of it. I get it right in the middle towards the bottom on several of these bottles.
Well, you know, when they open up like they do, you just never know where it's going to go. You just don't know.
It's phenomenal. I wonder, has Kilco, has he been on with
he was on today.
No, with what you call it? It's Bourbon Night. He was supposed to be one of their guests.
Oh, tonight. For their 5-year or something like that?
Yeah. 5-year channel celebration.
Podcast was one of them, and
they're on now.
Yeah. I don't have them up, but yeah. I did see it. I do not know if he's on.
Yeah, I just looked.
Or if he stuck his nose in and, you know, made an appearance. But he was streaming earlier today. I popped in there.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, Lila said he did his guest appearance.
Oh, okay. Oh, I see that, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, man. What's funny is that has so much flavor to be so light in color.
It is. It is a little light. I don't think it's bad. I have some other stuff that's lighter, but packs more, and that's what 101 is all.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yep.
And it's a single barrel. You know, I mean, it's just plain good. You know, he wants a link. If he would just scroll up into the chat instead of, you know, getting.
I forgot to post it on the top. I didn't have time. I was late.
You know, if he was good at figuring this out, Marty, he would have already known he'd done what I did.
If I should have done the right thing. Oh, Tommy D.
Did you put it up there for him?
Yeah. We're doing Kentucky Spirit right now, Tommy D. Just that's one of me and Anthony's go-tos. That and the Rare Breed together too.
Or Elijah Craig.
Yeah. Absolutely.
Or Kentucky Spirit mixed with Rare Breed.
This makes me happy that I have missed this guy. He's been busy. He's been on the road. He still smells funny. He's still uglier than hell. But here we go. There he is.
Live wire.
It's Rob.
Oh,
it's Rob.
My God. Rob.
There it is. The Rob.
That's it, man. There you go, Rob. I got it. Hey, you got your sound on? Give us a test. No. Try it again. No, not yet. You're getting there. Yep.
Yeah, work on it. We'll be here. Yep.
What happened to Mike? I thought he was coming home.
Dougie H, thanks, man. You're going to enjoy those. They're really good. Yeah, they did a good job with those. I don't know, you can't see it because my camera's over there.
But
yeah,
you took the date off those.
Huh?
You took the date off those.
Yeah, I took the date and the McLeods.
Mm-hmm. So you don't think I don't pay attention to you?
Uh-huh. How about now? Say something. Nope.
Well, we're not in a hurry. Take your
Yeah,
time.
do what you need to do, man. Because if I was to make fun of anybody that can't get their shit to work, it's no.
That's right.
You take your time. I love you. See, shit's installed. Be like, hey, Marty, go out and come back in and restart. No, you take your time, Rob.
Yeah. We all understand about technical difficulties, don't we, Marty?
Yeah. So,
especially when they were working just before you hit that button to go live.
I have learned. I tell you what I do. If I do a live stream, I will restart everything.
How about now?
I do.
Stahl told me, he goes, just restart it. Oh, speaking of restarting. Hey, buddy.
Oh,
can you hear us, Mike?
You got me now?
Mike.
Yeah, man. There you go.
Mike,
why it does that.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, Mike. I'm kidding.
Oh, I was like, dang, man, I don't normally have that many issues.
Well, Marty's going to tell you, go out, restart, and come back.
Oh, is that the secret?
For some reason, mine defaults to a mic that's not even plugged in anymore. I'm not sure why. I've uninstalled it or something.
Sometimes what happens is when Windows decides to update, it hijacks different settings. So I've gotten good now going back and checking that mic, checking that camera, checking a few other things, and I don't know why it does that. But
that allows
Mike?
What's that?
What's that, Mike? Oh, that's Michter's. I can tell by the top. Now we can't hear you.
Yeah, he went and cut himself off again.
I hit mute because my puppy's playing with her little toy.
Oh, that's okay.
Oh, that's okay.
But I'm setting
I
up
got
a
one
line
of those
for
that does
myself.
Hey, Clint. Thanks for coming on, buddy.
And then this one's the secret that nobody can know but me. But I won't know what it is.
I'll be right back, fellas.
You talking about the bottle you just had right in front of you that you just moved to your left and further back away?
No, we have three that we're both doing the same, and then we have another one that is
Different?
That just a wild card for each of us.
Uh-huh.
And so nobody knows what that one is.
Nobody.
Well, but me.
Oh.
Mike, did you get a PayPal from me last week for $40?
For $40?
Yeah. I sent it.
I thought we sent. Let me see.
So I said, now will you give me a shirt? Here's 40 bucks, and I give my size and my email address. And here's the thing. I didn't get a receipt for it. But when I just went, so I don't know what the problem was. You probably didn't get it because I was salty all week. And then I'm like, you know what? I didn't get a receipt. It wasn't the last stream. It was the one before that.
Looking here.
So I had the two receipts from when Adriana did her Alzheimer's thing. Had a couple other for other random stuff, but nothing for you. So it must not have went through.
No,
I just
I
want
don't
to
have
make
one.
sure. All right. Still want a shirt though.
Okay.
That's
no
right.
worries.
Tell him, Rob.
We'll figure it out later.
Did it stop raining down there, Rob?
Didn't rain today. It was kind of shitty yesterday. I was supposed to take my son to the gun range, but we were going to leave early in the morning, and it didn't rain. And then when we decided to go, it started storming, so we didn't go. But we ended up going today. So it's not raining now, and it hasn't today. And I think we're good through Tuesday or Wednesday now. Of course, it's Pittsburgh, so you never know.
Exactly. Exactly. When I lived up there in dreary Erie, there was a reason why we called it that.
Yeah, I remember a couple years back we did this thing, and Sussex, England had more sunny days than Pittsburgh, whatever year that was.
Yeah.
Ridiculous. You don't have that problem now, though, out there, Anthony.
Well, it's actually been very cloudy here today. As a matter of fact, 2 days ago, let me think, Thursday. So we didn't leave for camp on Thursday because the road got washed out from a flash flood right where we have to go through. So it wasn't clear. So we left Friday and we went up through Utah, St. George, then up to Cedar City, and then over. So it was an 80-mile detour.
Holy shit.
Yeah, well, it's normally 150, but I went 80 miles opposite direction and then cut over. Because sometimes we'll leave our camp and shoot over to St. George or Cedar City because it's only not quite 100 miles if it's 100 miles. But, so that,
All right, there we go. We're ready.
You ready? Y'all ready, Mike?
Yeah, I'm ready. I got the 4. We're doing barrel proof ryes.
Barrel proof rye.
Barrel proof rye.
Roll over.
That's the plan. So, should I do lemon lime liquid IV tonight or watermelon?
I still haven't gotten any of that. Hopefully, I won't need it tomorrow.
I would get the sugar-free stuff, quite frankly. I think it.
Yeah, I'd get rid of what you got.
I think, in fact, I'm going to do that tonight.
And this stuff really works. I mean, crazy. Yeah. Hold on, Mike.
Oh, yeah.
It's on Amazon, like $38 or something.
I've been
That
doing
much. I don't even know if it was that much. Cheech is trying to get it to where everybody gets a discount. And scan above, you get 20% off.
Hang on.
I've been doing my best not to need it.
I forget where I saw that. Well, I mean, I know it was on Amazon, but it actually popped up.
Yeah, Cheech put a thing up and we clicked on it a few weeks back or something one night.
And it was on my Amazon thing. And I don't know how.
Yeah.
That's how I know it when Mike held it up to the camera. Oh, I saw that.
I could have used some on my last appearance on Livewire Whiskey, that's for sure.
I
think
do.
that was the night I was drinking Howler Head and Fireball at the same time.
Yeah, Rob, and you did it as PayPal, right? Not Venmo.
That was PayPal. But, I didn't get a receipt, Mike, so I'm pretty sure it didn't go through.
I don't show it here, buddy. Sorry.
All right, that's okay. I'll
Send
email you
me an
again.
email when you do it, too. Send it to livewirewhiskey@gmail.com just because, we should get a notification on there, but
Hey, Rob, do you have any Yellowstone?
I do, but only the standard offering.
Do you like it?
I do like it. I wish I could get it in the higher proof, though.
See, I haven't seen it in higher proof. I know it's out there.
It's out there, but not in Pennsylvania.
What about
And actually,
like
Rob,
Ohio,
what's your
West
size?
Virginia? Oh, that's
Probably
it.
3X, Mike.
3?
Yeah. Big
Yeah,
boy.
don't do it right now. I don't have any 3Xs left, so don't send
Okay.
it right now. Yeah, we gotta get more ordered. Yeah.
What's that, Marty?
That's
What's
the Yellowstone.
That's the higher proof.
115.
Is that a store pick, Marty?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You want one?
Yes, I do.
Okay. If that's good with you, I'll go get you one of these because they're 64.
ABV.
That'll work. Is that good for to even up on the hand
Yeah.
delivery?
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Okay.
Yeah, I just want to make sure you like it.
Yeah, I do like it.
Okay.
I ordered by mistake, honest to God. I was on I was watching Jason the other night and they were talking about his barrel picks.
Yeah.
And then the journey picks, and
Yep.
so I got it on. I put them in my cart. I'm looking. I went to click on. I have a little Capital One thing that'll search for codes to get it cheaper.
Yeah.
I hit purchase. So they were both in my cart. I said, yeah, fuck it. I'll take them. So if anybody wants to try that, let me know. I'll sample some of it out if you'd like.
Hell
Which
yeah.
one? The Mash and Journey?
Yeah, both of them, the Maverick and the Iceman I bought.
Sure.
All I have is this one and the Russell's pick.
I'll try it. Hey, Rob, I'd love to try it.
I'll send some to you. Remind me, Marty, because you know what happens.
Don't worry about it.
Here. I forget.
You got bottles. Yeah.
Mike, I'm headed towards Nashville or Louisville and then into Nashville about 2 weeks from now. I think it's Liquor Barn. Is that in Nashville?
There ain't shit in Nashville. I'm just going to tell you, don't get your hopes up.
No?
No, they can't get Buffalo Trace.
Is that right?
Yeah. I go twice a year to Vanderbilt, and we do a lot of checking down there, and there ain't shit. Zerk is down there now, and I'd like to try that one real bad. Actually, no, I don't. I've got it.
Hey, Anthony, did you say you don't have Blanton's?
Absolutely, we don't.
You don't. Do you want one? I have one here. I can send you if you want it. Just email me your address. Email me your address.
Say that 3 times fast.
Right.
He's doing the best he can.
I just started an hour ago. Good Lord. What's next? If you, I think I'm in it for 60, and we could just do it. We could just do a trade or something like that, if you like.
Daniel
I
H.
got your number, dude. I'll hit you up.
Daniel H. We're doing the Michter's Barrel. We're doing the 4-Gate Mash and Journey pick and Jack Daniel's Barrel Proof Rye, and then we both have a rando that we didn't share with each other, but want to see how they stack up. Another Barrel Proof Rye. Well, awesome guest tonight, Marty. That was cool, bud.
That was awesome, Marty.
Yeah, thanks, guys. Appreciate y'all being in the chat and keeping all that going and asking questions. He was pretty cool. I knew he had personality, so I knew it wouldn't be hard. I just didn't want him to, I didn't want it to get stale.
Yeah, you didn't ask any of my questions, but whatever.
Yeah, well.
What was that last one you asked, Mike?
Knob Creek? No.
No. I said good whiskey or good people.
I thought it was change the whiskey or change the company or something like that. What did you?
Yeah. Good whiskey or good
it was something like that.
Close. Yeah.
I didn't mean company he works for, though. I get why that was a weird.
When I first read it, that's what I thought you meant, but I'm a little slow, so.
Okay, good.
So, Marty, Pennsylvania just put out a Knob Creek 15-year pick.
Pick.
$60.
God damn.
Lilith asking.
I've never had a 15-year regular at all, so I do not have. Thank you, Lilith.
It's not that burgundy red label either. It's the same 9-year label, but it's 2005.
Huh.
Which one is that, Rob?
It's a 15.
Knob Creek.
Oh.
Yeah, 15 years.
Can you show what you got this week, Rob? If not, it's okay. It's
me.
Yeah, I think it's pretty badass. Hang on.
Oh, really? Really?
Have you ever had CYPB, Anthony?
No. I just got the foolproof.
Oh, see, let's swap. I'll swap you a CYPB.
Done.
That's the blood oath.
Foolproof.
Okay. I'll send you some.
This is the one I need the box for.
Yeah, I'm trying. I asked Thomas.
Hell yeah, DC.
Oh man, you're on a roll there, Rob.
I know.
The next thing you know, he's gonna pour out two bottles of cigar blend or something.
And I picked up the Rebel and the Ezra Books Distiller collection. They were Pennsylvania State picks. I don't think you need to see that. What? I got something else. What was it? I forget what it was. It was something else. Anyway, I need to stop, so I'm going to try not to buy anything else until
tomorrow.
Said that.
Until I'm going through Louisville.
Until tomorrow. That's me.
Well, Blood Oath 8 is supposed to hit Pennsylvania any day now.
I haven't even found 7 yet, let alone.
Well, like I said, I grabbed this 5. This kid, so I have this little honey hole in West Virginia.
My
It's a
God.
BFF gas station. But they
Where-
have this. God, I'm sorry.
We're in West Virginia.
It's in Cheat Lake.
Okay.
You tell me
I'm trying to think if I know. Is that big? What's the closest civilization to that?
Morgantown.
Oh, so you're up northwest Virginia.
Yeah. It's only 60 miles from Pittsburgh.
Okay.
And but I was in there one day just looking around. I was actually, they didn't have a whole lot that I was interested in. I was just going to buy a bottle of H&H for the well. And these girls come back and said, "Hey, do you want to look back here?" It was right after you hand delivered that Henry McKenna to me, Marty.
Oh,
And
yeah.
sure as shit, they opened the door. There's Henry McKenna. They had Toasted Barrel. They had the Sinatra Jack Daniels. That's where I bought that Knob Creek 25-year anniversary. They had the Master's Keep Revival and Cornerstone. They still have those if anybody's interested. But
Anthony needs a Toasted Barrel.
so the Toasted Barrels were gone when I was there the last time.
Okay.
Right. But Anthony, if you want that Blanton's, I got one for you, buddy.
I said I got your number, so we'll work something out.
Okay.
Hang on, Mike. Do it again, Mike.
Yeah. Thanks, Mike.
And Anthony, I'll be happy.
Your camera looks
all of
fantastic,
it.
Mike.
When I send the Blantons, I'll be happy to send you
I didn't say you did.
a hearty sample.
Yeah, buddy. Hey, DC, I went ahead and just bought a case of 24 of these, by the way.
What's that, the rye, Marty?
Yeah.
But
me and
the
Kevin-
Top Buttery Rolls was shitting on that last night.
Well, good. He can shit all he wants because he can't get it in Texas.
Which one?
That Tennessee Taster Rye,
Oh.
Jack Daniels.
Hmm.
So if anybody wants
Rye
one,
that
give
he
me
was
up.
doing, though, right?
Huh?
I don't think he was shitting on the rye. God damn, that's good.
I thought he was.
No. Well,
I don't know. I
wouldn't
didn't watch.
Saul. I wouldn't know.
I'll
Then they
send
were
you one
putting
of those
good shit
too,
in
man.
Mexican Coke, man. What?
Send you a sample. Like, this shit's meant to be shared, bro.
Right. I'll be happy to include one as well when I send the Blantons.
Did you like it, Mike, or what'd you say?
The Toasted Barrel?
Yeah,
It's good, man.
it's real good. I agree.
I like that shit. For 94 proof, it's probably one of the best 94 proofers.
Sometimes
sorry,
they
Daniel.
put it out of the park with that proof. Like I said, I'm generally not something under 100, but pretty much the Elijah Craig is solid enough that their mash bill supports that. I mean, it's just a good taste.
Have you ever had a Elijah Craig store pick, Anthony?
I have not, because they're just not here, and if they are, they're gone quicker than
Not barrel proof, just a regular.
Not barrel proof, just the
Well,
just
no,
just
all
the
bad.
regular 94.
just store pick in general.
I still
Next
got-
time I'm out and about and I see one, I'm going to grab you one because they're night and day from the standard offer.
Yeah, I still got one that Rob hand delivered.
I mean, I don't mind the standard offering. Like, I think the standard offering's great when you're camping or.
New to bourbon. Not, and I don't mean that just. I mean it really. It's really good. If you're brand new to bourbon, it's great.
Hey, I feel like I'm brand new to bourbon, Marty.
Yeah, me too. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Every time you get
I
a
don't
new
even know.
bottle, you're brand new.
I mean, I go to the store, I'm like, ooh, gotta try that.
Mm-hmm.
I told Marty the other day I'm going to have to send my kids back to school in garbage bags and flip flops. There'll be no school clothes this year, kids.
That's right.
New bourbon.
That's right.
You know, if you cut the bottom of the trash bag out,
Hey, I wore the same shit for 3 years in a row. Anthony knows where I'm from.
That's right.
Hey, Rob,
Oh,
there's
you
a
do all
message
that?
from
Stop
Daniel.
throwing.
Hey, tell them, Rob, we sat in the same stadium at the same time, watched the same game.
5, Daniel.
all right, Marty, I'm gonna jump off. I gotta go get
love to
ready
have
for
one.
live wire
Help me out.
here in 15. So
Okay, buddy. We'll be over there. We'll shut
yeah.
her down.
Since you told us we're going to come over there now, Mike.
Yeah, you're
No,
screwed.
you know,
That's right.
I don't know if you noticed, but Matt Madness is not going on tonight. So
Yeah.
What happened?
I mean, he knew Live Wire was on, and how do you compete with that?
Oh, that's right. What time are you going, Mike?
We go on in 15.
Oh, 15 minutes. Okay.
So, all right, we'll see you guys over there.
Thanks for the warning.
Cheers, Mike.
But yeah, with your show on, Marty, and your guests, yeah, there was just no competition. He just couldn't do it.
That was great.
Thank you. Yeah, he was awesome, and he was very easy to work with, very willing to do it. I just wish Jenny could have done it with me, but she's got so much schoolwork and work stuff. She said she's typing her last sentence, and it has to be in by midnight. So you take 2 hours away from that, she's barely got it done. So
believe me, my
I'm already
wife
15 minutes past that.
Yeah. But so Rob, what's your plan with the CYPB? Have you cracked it?
I have not. I was kind of waiting. I'm not sure for what. I bought that Weller Antique 107 probably almost a month ago and haven't cracked it yet. But I have, and the reason why really is I have like 1, 2, 3, I got about 5 bottles that I need to get going, and then I'll start opening some other stuff.
That's a good.
I haven't had a huge opportunity this weekend. From maybe Thursday till now, it's the first time I've really had a chance to sit down and enjoy my bourbon and you guys, because I'm just running my ass off.
Daniel said he'll reach out to him, Rob.
That'd be great, Daniel. Thank you so much. And if you need to get a hold of me, you could do it through Marty if you have his contact information.
Yeah, he'll get with me.
Okay.
There you go. That's why I asked if you cracked it yet.
Yeah. So
that's ridiculous.
I met this guy, and it was in Cumberland, Maryland. In this place, Marty, you should see it. You go in, there is no order to nothing. There is shit everywhere. I found a whole bunch of.
I'm not gonna say it.
I found a whole bunch of barrel proofs in there, all the way back to B520. Except you wanted $90 for them.
That's not bad, man.
No,
I almost went 90 on it, but I was like, because I have one. Well, I have a little bit of a B520 here somewhere, but it's almost gone. But that's the first one I have. I don't have anything before that. But I have the A. I have everything from this year. But I only have, in fact.
I'm not laughing at you, Rob. I'm reading DC's comment.
What do you say? Oh. Oh, okay.
Deal. Oh, he's freaking awesome.
So anyway, this place, there's shit in boxes. It's on shelves. There's wine, bourbon, rum. It's all just kind of mixed together. So he said, hey, you can come around here and look if you want. And it's actually behind almost where the register is. And he said, I have some Weller in the back. I said, okay, what do you got? And you come walking out with those two things. $80 for the full proof and $120 for the CYPB.
that's good. That's a good price.
So if I find more, I'll let you know.
Please. Don't let me know. Just get it.
Yeah.
For that, just don't ask any questions. So thank you, sir. Okay. Do you have a case?
That was all he had, but he said he's got more coming. And then forgive me for being ignorant, is September, October,
November, December. November, December.
So he asked me if I want to get on his list, so I did, and we sat there and chit-chatted a little bit more.
Is it a big store, Rob?
No, it's just a hole in the wall in downtown Cumberland, Maryland.
Well, then he's got a freaking connection because
So the rep was in there when I was in there. So I don't know what – he wasn't a rep for a particular company, but he said that he's got a line on the 13, the Russell 13.
Huh. It's showing up on the Virginia ABC site, but it's not in stores yet.
Yeah, so Pennsylvania, it's come and gone. I heard that Pennsylvania got like 143 bottles for the whole state. That's what I heard. I don't know if it's true or not.
He couldn't miss a cut, Adam.
Things will hit, and they go away, and then 3 months later you see it.
Yeah, see, that's kind of what makes me feel bad for like Anthony and other people out west is I can go into any liquor store right now in my area and find that Elijah Craig rye everywhere.
Yeah, I got mine in Ohio.
It's just I don't understand. I don't understand why you want to flood this market and get nothing to Anthony. Why? Why does it work that way?
Yeah.
I don't get it.
And
Well,
is Nevada controlled?
No.
That makes it even no more sense.
Yeah.
No, we're not. We're not like where we're from, Rob. With the state stores, the controlled stuff. That it's all allocated, no matter what.
Right here, boys. Look right here.
Yeah.
Yeah, DC. I've heard about that, and now I'm the person I need to find.
Dan and Julie went through it 3 times, and they didn't. It barely got better the 3rd time.
Hey, Anthony, do you see Russell's Reserve picks out in Nevada? Store picks?
Not a lot. They are there. They are there. The thing I got a line on coming up, but it's still a while out. It's a Rebel store pick and an old Forester store pick. And I got a Woodford right now, and I actually got a taste of the Woodford store pick last week. And then I tasted oh my gosh, I forgot what it was.
The biggest regret on my shelf.
Yeah. They won't even tell you what's in the damn thing.
I was tatered it up that they had to have it for $130 freaking dollars.
And I see there's still a lot left.
Yeah, well,
there's a reason, right, Rob?
It's not horrible, don't get me wrong, but it's not worth $130.
Do you like the double oaked?
I do.
We've got store picks of it.
Yeah, I can get those in West Virginia.
Okay. Yeah, you can.
A little overpriced as well. In fact, I'm not sure mine might be a store pick. Look. Yeah, so I've been chomping at the bit to get a hold of higher proof Woodinville since Shane shit all over the 90 proof a month or two back. And I'm not too depressed about getting that Mash and Journey pick, I guess.
Hey, Clint, when you say middle of Ohio, where do you mean middle of Ohio? Like
Columbus.
Steubenville and over, or north of Steubenville?
Not a pick. It's just the standard.
If you want one, I can get it, but I think you're okay.
Yeah. I haven't had one of these in a while.
Because like Rob, I know Ohio. I just need to know when you say middle of Ohio where you're drawing the line at.
Is that the double oak, Rob?
Yeah.
That's a cigar whiskey, man. I think.
Yeah.
It's hard to it's great. The store pick me and DC got is great, but it's hard to sip that and go to something else or come from it. It's hard.
Yeah.
There's a lot to it. It's complex. Colorado has a lot of Elijah Craig rye. Okay. I see, Tommy D. Sorry, Denver and surrounding area. Yeah. It's coming, maybe, Anthony.
Hey, so's Christmas. Oh, my gosh. Medina, Worcester, and Ashland. I know exactly where that is, Clint. Yeah. I went to Youngstown State, so I know exactly where all that is. I have friends in Worcester and Ashland.
Wow.
Matter of fact,
what's Livewire doing tonight? I forgot.
He's doing Rise.
Okay.
Yep, he's doing Rise, and then we'll all get on and bullshit. Believe it or not.
That's. I'm telling you, man. That their channel's getting ready to explode here in the next 6 months because
I jumped up to 77 from
Hellfire, yeah.
I picked up.
You're a ranch. Put it in the chat, and put it in the chat, Anthony.
I picked up 6 from my stream last week, so it was. I'm happy just to be doing that steady upward climb. But when we were talking about the store picks on the Russells, Rob, I don't.
Hi, Jenny.
Hi.
Hi, Jenny.
I'm going to jump off a bridge.
Hey, my wife felt like that. As a matter of fact, baby, how many times do you have to do your paper?
She got hers too.
Oh.
She had to redo her final paper 3 times because the department chair kept changing.
I'm not even to that point yet.
Well, you're going to start because you're going to have to start to pick it. And then over the course of the next year to 2 years, you're going to build that paper. But her final chair looked at everything and just said no and helped her put it all together. But she had to rewrite that final pieces 3 times.
Yeah. Pay a lot of money, jump through a lot of hoops.
Yes. Yes.
All right. Good night. Have fun.
She said today it was horrible, Jenny.
She said what?
To tell you, it's a horrible experience.
We ain't done shit in 3 weeks because she works her ass off all weekend on these damn papers.
But also, too, if you get stuck or you're not sure of something, you can always ask me, and I'll get her on here. And
okay, thank you. I appreciate that.
Careful what you ask for.
Yeah.
The Bourbon Brainiac.
Good night.
I'm about as educated as a squirrel in a wool sock.
Ohio did 15 picks of Elijah Craig small batch.
That's interesting.
Pennsylvania ones, but I got one of the PA state picks. I told you the Knob Creek. It's 15 years. Couldn't friggin' believe it.
Huh?
Really? Wow. Oh my gosh, live wire in 2 minutes.
Yeah.
It just popped up on my
your alerts. One of your alerts. I get them too, man. I've got too many.
Me too.
Yeah, I need to start. I've got a kick. Because you know what? We all know what time we watch, who we watch when we do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I don't need an alert to tell me that Mash and Drum's 9:00 on Wednesday.
Yeah.
And I told Jason that one time. I said, if I turn off the alerts, you won't get mad. He goes, hell, I don't know. And I said, good, because I don't know when people do mine. So I was like, no, I'm going to turn it off.
Especially on the week I was down, I just didn't have time to look. Because I'm subscribed to pretty much everybody.
Yeah.
And I didn't have time to watch them all, and so I just kind of went back through and I skipped through, just kind of went through some of your streams, like fast forwarded through, watch a little bit, skip, watch a little bit. And I caught Anthony the other night when you were at camp. But I texted you. I was in bed. I didn't feel like putting it up on my phone.
No, it's okay. Who cares? Yeah,
I just trying to get down too good. I got to be up at 4 or 5, but I might stay up with live wire whiskey for a little while longer.
Well, all right, let's go ahead and close her down.
Okay.
Well, we got a couple minutes. We got a couple minutes.
Okay.
We got a couple.
And Marty,
minutes.
have you gotten anything good in the last couple weeks?
Have I what now?
Have you found anything interesting over the last couple weeks?
Yeah, I found the Clyde Mays 11-year cast strength.
I'm looking for that. What they have? Do they have a 9, 10, 11, and 12?
12, 13, 11, 12, and 13.
Oh, okay.
But you got.
I'm looking for that. Can't find it.
I can now see. There's different ones at different ages because I found the 13. It was either 12 or 13. Let me get the picture up, and I sent it to Shane and Big League Bourbon.
Good night, man.
I know we were talking about that several weeks ago, and Mike Stahl had showed me the bottle. And those are all cast strength, correct?
Yeah, and Shane's like, nope, wrong one. And I'm like, what? Okay, let me. So I found the Clyde Mace Cast Strength 13 straight bourbon whiskey. And Shane said, nope, that's the wrong one. I said, okay, which they wanted 180 for it.
Holy shit.
And but I would get 15% off that bottle. So
who wants that for it, Marty? Is that the going rate?
I think that for my area, that's what I'd have to pay, and okay. I'd get probably $20 off of it, so that'd be $159, and that's still a lot of money. But I paid $125 for this 11 year.
Yeah, okay.
But me and Kevin opened this one Friday night, and it's phenomenal.
Is it?
Yeah, it's really good. I've been sitting on it for about 2 weeks.
Just 2 weeks.
Yeah, before I opened it, which that's good for me.
Yeah. Trying to think what I should.
Yes, it's good, Z-Man. Real good.
Hey, Clint, I do have some Dickel bottled and bond. It's the 8 year, 2011. I got it right here.
I can get that shit all day because where I live. Yes, sir. That's a store pick, wasn't it, Rob?
What do you need, honey?
If you're still down here when the washer's done, can you put my blanket in the dryer?
Certainly. Okay. Remind me, I got to put my daughter's shit in the dryer.
Right.
Rob, is that a store pick?
No, it's the same thing I send you, Marty.
Okay, I just saw the label at the bottom. I couldn't see it. Yeah, I got you.
But Clint, you have to watch on some of that Dickel. I know the one I got, if you can find it, it's 11 year. Let's see. It's the fall 2008 distilling season. That's the good one. That's the good one to find. I don't know if you can see it. Aged 11, and I'll flip this around.
Bullet next. What do you think of the bullet, Marty? 10 year? That's
yeah.
Bullet.
Oh yeah, that's good, Rob. But that's the good one.
Sweet MGP, isn't it?
That Clint is the one to get.
The more I delve into that MGP stuff, man, I like it. I don't care. Sweet.
They make good product. That's the bottom line. That MGP they just make good stuff. They just do. I mean, a lot of people buy their stuff, as you guys know, and it's just good. Just plain good.
I'm gonna mute myself for one.
Okay, it's up to us now to carry the channel, Rob.
Right. That's bad news.
Oh, I'm telling you what. But anyhow,
Live wire's up and running.
Yeah.
Let me mute it. There we go.
I could hear him.
I just muted it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, boy, I'll tell you. So, have you found anything interesting over the last couple of weeks, Anthony?
Yes. I found a foolproof a couple of weeks ago. Then I got the trifecta from Redwood Empire, the Pipe Dream, Lost Monarch, and
sorry,
Redwood Empire. Anyway, yeah, I got.
Dude, I've been finding Redwood Empire in Knoxville, and it's like $36. So that's going to be my next pickup next time I'm down there.
And then, of course,
Magnolia. Yeah, I need one to drink because mine's signed by everybody.
Well, you know who to get it from, right?
Bobby.
He'll hand deliver it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what is that? I'm not familiar.
Magnolia, when you get into Ohio, they got rye. They have straight bourbon. This is the rye. Bottled and bond. Remember, there's like only 20 actually out there right now, or 40, and this is one of the 40.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. But my connection up there in Worcester, or excuse me, not Worcester, Ashland, Ohio. hand delivered that for me.
Oh, I was just out that way not too long ago.
Mm-hmm.
Fuck.
That's right.
I don't
Putting the
know
miles
anything
on
about
that
that.
vehicle.
So where's it from? Is it Ohio distillery or?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. Hold on, let me look.
Hold on, let me get a dog scratching at the door. Give me a second.
Don't forget to put your daughter's clothes in the dryer.
I'll get him.
Okay, that's right.
What is it?
I'm just looking. Clint just answered it for me. Anyway, it's distilled in Lawrenceburg, Indiana.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
By Noble Cut Distilleries in Deanna, Ohio. So it's made in Indiana, but they bring it over and bottle it up. But I haven't cracked this yet because I've got other ones I'm working on. Look at that killer, Rob.
Yeah, old chopper here. He's bossy for a little dick, I'll tell you that.
Hey guys, I'm Rob Anthony. Hang on for a minute. I'm just going to end the stream. Everybody, jump over to Livewire. They're on now. Jim's posted the link. Clint, thank everybody. Thank you all for coming over. Thanks for Bernie Lubbers doing his thing. It was an awesome, awesome night. If you're just catching in, jumping in, watch the replay. It's up, ready to go when I stop this. Z-Man, thank you. Daniel H., thank you so much for running the giveaway. Congratulations to Trey and Cindy for winning it. So, yeah, guys, just hang on. Head over to Livewire, and we'll see you again soon. But y'all guys, hang on for just a second. I will talk to you. But, yeah, guys, we'll see you soon.